Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma. Quote of the day. All we have is now. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Dr. Sadia Rafiq and under the supervision of Professor Dr. Sara Afzal, today my topic of presentation is balanced diet. Learning outlets include the introduction, healthy diet by WHO, balanced diet, my plate, food pyramid nutrition programs in Pakistan, recent updates and multiple choice questions. Learning outcome. At the end of this presentation, participants will be able to describe about balanced diet, my plate concept and food pyramid and their importance. Starting with a healthy diet by WHO, a healthy diet helps to protect against malnutrition in all its forms, as well as non-communicable diseases, including diabetes, heart diseases, stroke, and cancer. Unhealthy diet and lack of physical activities are the leading global risks to health. Healthy diet practices start early in life. Breastfeeding fosters healthy growth and improves cognitive development and may have longer-term health benefits such as reducing the risk of becoming overweight or obese and developing NCDs in later life. So, a healthy diet is essential for good health and nutrition, and it comprises of combination of different fruits, which includes the staples like cereals, wheat, maize, rice, or starchy to use roots like potato, yam, taros, or cassava. Legumes includes lentil and beans, then fruits and vegetables, fruits from animal sources, which includes the meat, fish, eggs, and milk. Starting with the balanced diet. A balanced diet is defined as diet which contains a variety of food in such quantities and proportions that the need of the energy like amino acids, vitamins, minerals, fats, carbohydrates, and other nutrients is adequately met for maintaining healthy vitality and general well-being, and also makes a small provision for extra nutrients to withstand and short duration of leanness. If you see this picture, the balanced diet, it's 40% includes fruits and vegetables, 25% fiber-rich carbohydrates, 25% proteins, and 10% fats. So balanced diet is which is comprises of carbohydrates 60 to 65%, fats 20 to 25%, and proteins 10 to 20%. And there should be avoidance of dehydration. So you should consume plenty of water, consume low-fat sources of proteins, and use low-fat cooking methods, which includes the grilling, baking, and poaching. Principles in constructing balanced diet. Daily requirements of protein should be met, which is 10 to 15% of the daily energy intake. Fat requirements should be limited to 50 to 30% of the daily energy intake. And the carbohydrates rich in natural fiber should constitute the remaining food energy. The requirements of the micronutrients should be met. A balanced diet containing carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins, and fibers in the correct proportions. Carbohydrates give you the energy you need to move and grow. If you take too much carbohydrates, they lead to weight gain. And if you take too little, then you feel tired. Feel lethargic, fatigue. Talking about proteins are essential for growth and repair. If you take too much of proteins, gain weight and might take a lot of urine. And for too little, will not grow properly and wounds will not heal. About fats, contain fat-soluble vitamins which are A, D, E, K. Too little will not get all the vitamins you need, may not have enough insulation, and too much will lead to weight gain. Then the vitamins keep you healthy, A, B1, B2, it's all group, then C, D, E, all main vitamins. Then the minerals, calcium for teeth, bone, muscles, and nerves, iron to make the hemoglobin in your blood, iodine to control how fast your body works, sodium, potassium, and chlorine needed by muscles and nerves. Fiber, it's not digested, but if you don't eat fiber, your bowel will not work properly. So you can see the percentage of fiber in different foods like lettuce have 46%, then asparagus 48%, then the beans 60%, brown rice 64%, and the oatmeal has 75% fiber in it. And these are the top 10 high fiber fruits in which you can see avocado, durian flesh, guava, kiwi, oranges, pears. These are all good source of fibers. What is malnutrition? It occurs when a diet provides nutrients in suboptimal amount. The causes could be from unbalanced diet. Even the lack of one vitamin can lead to malnutrition. And effects are fatigue, dizziness, weight loss. You may have no symptoms. Malnutrition can be so severe that the damage done to the body is permanent, even though you survive. Then the starvation, it is also a form of malnutrition, occurs when a person fails to consume or absorb an adequate amount of nutrients and calories. And effects are impaired brain function, brittle nails, splitting or breaking hair, and dry skin, low blood pressure and abnormal heart rhythms, fatigue and weakness, and weakened immune system. And its prevention is by balanced diet. Obesity. Being obese is not about what you weigh, it's about having too much fat in your body. One third of the adult ages 20 and older are considered obese, which is defined as having a body mass index greater than 30. Causes of obesity are imbalance of calories taken in versus calorie burned through physical activity. Lifestyle habits, eating behaviors, and stress, and too little sleeps also affect hormones that increase appetite. And the effects are increased risk of diabetes, heart diseases, stroke, arthritis, and some cancer. And this prevention is again by the balanced diet and exercise. Heart disease. Coronary heart disease, most common type of heart disease, leading cause of death in the United States for men and women. Arteries that supply blood to heart muscles become hardened and narrow due to the buildup of cholesterol. Heart muscles can't get the blood or oxygen in it. This can lead to heart attack. And its prevention is by balanced diet, eating a lot of fibers, and exercise. Constipation. 3 or fewer bowel movements per week is called constipation. Its causes are poor diet, lack of fluids, little exercise, medications. Occasionally, long-term constipation develops into fecal impaction, which is called a blocked colon, causes pain and vomiting and may require emergency treatment or hospitalization. Fairly common complication of long-term constipation in the elderly and bedridden patients. Prevention is eating by fruits, vegetables, and grains, which will give you a bulk of fibers, then drinking plenty of water and the liquids and exercise. Moving towards the My Plate. My Plate is a nutritional food guide developed by the US Department of Agriculture to help Americans become more aware what they eat and to assist them in making better food choices. As the My Plate icon shows, the 5 food groups are fruits, vegetables, grains, protein foods, and dairy. I show you picture again. Now you can see all 5 groups are mentioned in it. Healthy Eating Plate. It is by Harvard Medical School. You can see, use healthy oils like olive and canola oils for cooking on salad on the table. Limit butter, avoid trans fats. Then the vegetables. The more veggies are, the greater the variety, the better. Potatoes and French fries don't count. Fruits. Eat plenty of fruits of all colors. Water, drink water, tea, and coffee with little or no sugar. Limit milk and dairy, 1 to 2 servings per day. Juice, small glass, avoid sugary drinks. Healthy proteins, whole grains, eat a lot of whole grains like whole wheat bread, whole grain pasta, and brown rice. Limit refined grains like white rice and white bread. Then the healthy proteins, choose fish, poultry, beans, and nuts. Limit red meat and cheese. Avoid bacons, cold cuts, and other processed meats. And stay active by the exercise. The Eat Well Plate. Use the Eat Well Plate to help you get the balance right. It shows how much of what you should come from each group. Again, you can see a big chunk is of fruits and vegetable, and bread, rice, pasta, carbs for the energy, then the milk, foods, fish, and meat. Your guide to a healthy and balanced diet. There are the core food and discretionary foods. The key to eating well is enjoy a variety of nutritious food from each of the 5 core groups. And it is divided, as I've shown you in the plate. And what is the serving size for it? In the case of vegetable, 1 serve is equal to half cup of broccoli, zucchini, carrots, or pumpkins, half cup of cooked beans, peas, or lentils, 1 cup of green leafy or raw salad, 1 medium half potato and 1 medium tomato is serving at one time. Then the grains and cereals serve is 1 sliced bread or half rolled roti, flat bread, then half cup cooked rice, pasta, noodles, barley, buckwheat, etc. Then the meat and alternatives. One serve is equal to 100 grams, which is will be made raw. It could be beef, lamb, chicken, or pork. Then 115 grams of fish, 2 large eggs, and 1 cup of cooked and canned legumes, and 170 grams of tofu. Dairy one serve is equal to 250 ml of milk, 40 grams of cheese, or 200 grams of yogurt. And the fruit one serve includes 1 medium apple, banana, or orange, or 2 small apricots or plum, or 1 cup diced or canned fruit. One should serve unsaturated spreads and olives minimum amount per day. And this discretionary foods includes the beverages, fried fish, and junk basically. And it is very little occasionally if you have to, otherwise not. The food guide pyramid. A nutritional education guide emphasizes food from the 5 major food groups shown in the 3 lower sections of the pyramid. Each of these food groups provides some but not all of the nutrients required. Food in one group can't replace those in another. Now you can see it. It's a food pyramid. Its base is of grains, then the fruits and vegetables, milk, alternatives, wheat, meat, proteins, and at the top is fat, oils, salt, and sugars. If you see its percentage, 30% bread, cereals, 25% vegetables, 20% fruits, 15% meat, fish, and 10% fat, oil, sugar, and sweets. So again, you can see this. Bread, cereal, rice, pasta group 6 to 11 servings could have. And then vegetable 3 to 5 servings, fruit 2 to 4 servings, poultry, proteins 2 to 3 servings, cheese, milk serving 2 to 3, fat and oil used sparingly. It is very important. The key is the yellow one is naturally occurring and or added fats, and white is showing sugar, added sugar. Dietary grows or prudent diet. Dietary fat should not limit, should be limited to 15-30% daily intake. Source is rich in fats and alcohol should be restricted. Saturated fat should contribute less than 10% to the total energy intake. Excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates should be avoided. Protein should be approximately 10 to 15% of the daily intake. Salt intake reduces to less than 5 grams per day, which is 1 teaspoon. Junk food such as cola, ketchup, and other foods that supply empty calories should be reduced. Nutrition programs in Pakistan. Many nutrition programs have been initiated by government and non-government organizations, which are described below. School health programs, micronutrient initiative, which includes vitamin A and D in oil, wheat with iron, zinc, folic acid, and vitamin B12, national programs for family planning, primary healthcare, and Tawana Pakistan project. In school health programs, a unique health education program for children as it focuses on children while involving the parents and teachers in the behavior change processes, efficacy on physical activity, dietary behaviors, and cardiometabolic parameters. Then the Tawana Pakistan project to reduce gender and social inequalities, increase enrollment and retention, and reduce absenteeism of girls, improves the nutritional status of girls in primary schools and community, provide access to safe water and sanitation facilities, organize communities into school nutrition committee comprising teachers, parents, and students. Talking about recent updates. One of the Global Nutritional Cluster Strategy 2022 to 2025. GNCVN is by the end of 2025, the nutritional status of the most vulnerable people is protected in countries at risk of or with ongoing situations of fragility. And its goal is the fragility will be benefit from regular support from the GNC collective to develop or strengthen national and subnational technical and coordination capacities for nutrition. And its mission is the GNC exists to collectively strengthen and technical and coordination capacities for nutrition in countries based on the needs of the affected population. This is to enable countries to forecast nutrition trends and prepare for respond to and recover from shocks to the nutrition situation, thereby contributing to global effort to prevent and treat malnutrition in all its form. According to WHO, healthy diet for adults includes they should daily eat fruits 400 grams, vegetable 400 grams, grains 180 grams, which includes all the cereals, meat and beans 160 grams. And there's also by World United Nations under the World Food Program, launch of the State of School Feeding Worldwide 2020. The initiative was started to feed, to finish the hunger and to treat the malnutrition. This program was started. Then next come Pakistan Dietary Guidelines for Better Nutrition. In this, the Pakistan Dietary Guidelines for Better Nutrition are comprehensive country-specific guidelines for the general public to adopt healthy eating practices, prevent and reduce the risk of infectious and chronic diseases. The guidelines are simple to adopt, provide age and gender appropriate and culturally acceptable options to choose nutritious foods. Healthy Living Guidelines 2021-2022, it's by Harvard Medical School, in which they have said to eat all inflammatory diet from all the groups, then they should move, there should be a training, yoga, HIIT training, and have a proper sound sleep of 6 to 8 hours to be efficient enough. Then by World Health Organization, there's a working together in 2022 towards realizing food and nutritional commitments. It is by the United Nations Decade of Action on Nutrition 2016 and 2025 till, and it was launched, this session was done with the government of Sweden, WHO, WFP, United Nations Nutrition for this session. It was done on February 2022. Then there is one of the article, which is Innovation to Create a Healthy and Sustainable Food System, a science advisory from the American Heart Association. And is this healthy, sustainable food system revolves around the food industry, public health and medicine, communities, factories and school, individuals and families, agriculture industry, and political policy, global, federal, state, and local. This science advisory from the American Heart Association described both innovative approaches to developing a healthy and sustainable food system and the current evidence base for the association between these approaches and positive change in dietary behaviors, dietary intakes, and when available, healthy outcome. Innovation can occur through policy, private sector, public health, medical, community, or individual level approaches, and could ignite and further public-private partnerships. A key next step in creating a healthier, more sustainable food system is to build innovative system-level approaches that improve individual behavior, strengthen industry and community efforts, and align policy with evidence-based recommendations. To enable healthy food choices and favorable impact cardiovascular health, immediate action is needed to promote favorable innovation at all levels of the food system. Then the FAO Strategic Framework 2022-31. The aim is the 4 betters and leaving no one behind. It's their logo. So FAO Strategic Framework 2022-31 seeks to support the 2030 agenda through the transformation to more efficient, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable agri-food system for better production, better nutrition, better environment, and a better life, and leaving no one behind. World Health Day 2022. It's an important way to facilitate a healthy lifestyle to understand what this really means. And it is celebrated on 7th April. One of the article by Mayo Clinic, Nutrition and Healthy Eating, is a DASH diet, which is healthy eating to lower your blood pressure. The DASH diet is basically dietary approaches to stop hypertension. Diet was designed specifically with heart health in mind. It takes a low sodium approach to eating, and studies show that DASH diet effectively lowers blood pressure and bad cholesterol. And how it works. The DASH diet recommends meals rich in fruits, vegetables, and low-fat dairy, and limited in saturated fat. On the DASH diet, you see a chart to estimate your daily calorie needs, which are then used to figure out how many servings for each group you should have. So the food emphasizes on grains, meat, poultry, fish, fruits, and vegetables, and food restricted as sweets and added sugar, food high in saturated fats. Pakistan Maternal Nutrition Strategy 2022 to 27. It is the cornerstone of maternal and childhood and needs special focus and attention to prevent stunting and wasting among children. Highlights of this strategy was formulated with the goal to protect and promote diets, practices, and services that support the optimal nutrition, health, and well-being of all women in Pakistan. The following objective of the maternal nutrition strategy will lead to this goal. Number one, to prevent undernutrition, anemia, micronutrient deficiency, and being overweight among women, focusing on pregnant and breastfeeding women and low birth weight in newborns. Second was to provide evidence-based and equity-based nutrition programs and services at scale to women with a focus on the preconception, pregnancy, and postpartum periods. According to WHO, Nutrition and Food Safety and COVID-19, a robust and diverse food supply is an essential part of health and nutrition response to COVID-19. WHO, together with partners, is providing nutrition and food safety guidance and advice during the COVID-19 pandemic for governments, food businesses, health workers, and general public to maintain good health and prevent malnutrition in all its forms. These are the dietary guidelines for Americans 2020 to 2025. And these are designed for policymaker and nutrition and health professionals to help all individuals and their family consume a healthy, nutritionally adequate diet. Now it's time for the MCQs. A community worker wants to educate the community regarding balanced diet. According to Food Guide Pyramid, fat, oils, and sweets should be used 2 to 3 servings frequently, sparingly, 2 to 4 servings, or never.
Alpha.
No, the correct answer is C, sparingly. They should be used occasionally, not on daily basis. I have mentioned in the food pyramid, I have shown it. It was mentioned they should be taken sparingly. A diet containing right amount of energy, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fibers, vitamins, minerals, and water to fulfill requirement of the body is called nutrition, balanced diet, perfect diet, food pyramid, or dash diet.
Balanced diet, beta.
Yes, balanced diet is the correct answer. A person visited nutritionist for his diet plan. After taking history, the nutritionist analyzed that the person is consuming large amount of saturated fats. A diet high in saturated fatty acids is linked to cardiovascular disease, anorexia, bulimia, renal failure, or starvation.
Alpha, cardiovascular disease.
Yes, the correct answer is A. To describe the incidence of coronary disease, stroke, and other non-communicable diseases, WHO has developed prudent diet guidelines have been developed. Which of the following is not correct about prudent diet? Dietary fat should be limited to 15 to 30% of total diet daily intake. Saturated fat should contribute less than 10% of total energy intake. Excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates should be avoided. Protein should be approximately 10 to 15% of the diet intake. Salt intake reduced to less than 8 grams per day.
C.
No, the correct option is E. The salt intake reduced should be less than 5 grams per day, and 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 grams. So option E is correct. My Plate is a current nutrition guide from different food groups. Which of the following food components give energy to our body? Proteins, vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, and water.
Delta, carbohydrates.
Yes, carbohydrates is the correct answer. Different food components are given below. Which of the following food component does not provide any nutrient? Milk, water, fruit juice, vegetable soup, or meat?
Water.
Yes.
Water, beta.
Yes, beta, water is calorie less. So everyone says you should have ample of water all the time. Milk is very nutritious dairy product. Which of the following statement is false about nutrients in milk? Milk is a good source of calcium. Milk is a good source of protein. Milk is a good source of vitamin C. Milk is a good source of vitamin D.
C.
Yes, it's not a source of vitamin C. Talking about food pyramid and its component, which of the following food components is rich in fats? rice and maize, milk, eggs, beans, butter, cheese, oil, lean meat, cereals.
C.
Delta.
C. Butter, cheese, and oils are the one with the maximum fat content in it. When all the nutrition that body needs are not obtained in a proper proportions from the diet, it's called obesity, loss of appetite, malnutrition, starvation, or balanced diet.
C.
C.
Yes,
Malnutrition.
yes, the correct answer is C, malnutrition. Ali has a cup of rice, 2 chapatis, vegetable curries, and ghee in his plate of meal. What is missing in his meal? Fat, proteins, salt, water, carbohydrates.
Beta protein.
Yes, proteins are missing in his plate. Remaining all things are present. This is the key. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sadi. A very nice and well elaborative, organized presentation. This is especially very good, especially the MCQs and the organization of the whole balanced diet. We will discuss it further because we have today, we have a departmental meeting. So I congratulate you on having such a wonderful presentation. We will discuss
Thank you.
after our departmental meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Allah Hafiz. See you all today in our department. Allah.
Allah.